Welcome back to the channel. It is so good to have you back with us. On this trip, we brought up the 1-ton pickup and
It did good.
it did. It made it here, no problem. It is 34 years old, so there was a little hesitation in having it pull a heavy trailer for its first trip, but
Right.
we had a heavy trailer worth of stuff we needed to bring up, and old Rusty did the job.
Yes.
So that was a huge blessing.
He could be dubbed Trusty Rusty
Trusty
now.
Rusty now.
Yes.
This trip is a huge trip. This is our complete power system trip.
Yeah.
So
it's very
we
exciting.
could call it a power trip.
Sure.
Jeff's on a power trip. That'll be our title.
Okay.
For the last 2 years that we've been building here, we have used these 5 solar panels to power our build. We are going to be putting up 30 of the same solar panels on our big array that we built that you saw in our last video up the hill. So to do that, our friends Corey and Lynn are coming, and my mom, Grandma Judy, will be back again.
Yep.
So they'll be up here in a couple days, but in the meantime, Amy and I have a bit of work to do.
We do.
So first we have to start unloading the truck and trailer.
But you guys have seen that probably, I don't know,
A couple times.
many times.
So
So we're not going to show it to you.
We'll save you the time lapse of unloading the trailer, but just
Yes.
trust that the trailer you saw come up the hill is unloaded.
Yes. It is really great that we are finally going to be able to not haul these panels out every single time we come and take them back every time we leave. That is actually something, well, I'm looking forward to, but Jeff actually usually has to carry them and they're awkward. In the beginning, we both carried them and that was more awkward. So Jeff's like, just get out of the way and let me do it.
I was nice.
So,
But I mean, I was always worried that they're going to get broken as we're moving them around. And so
Yeah.
finally getting them into their permanent position
that actually,
is going to be awesome.
it will be awesome because
And also, this is the trip where the plan that we developed for our solar power system actually gets put into the test. We get to see
Yeah.
if what we planned will actually
will
work.
work. We'll see. I think it will.
I think it will too. I mean, we're designing a large array.
Yeah.
It'll be 11,500 watts of solar, bifacial 380 watt solar panels.
We built it or designed it, I should say. Jeff designed it with the ability to change angles multiple times or multiple angles.
Yeah, so we could do a summer angle,
Spring
a fall
angle.
angle, a winter angle, and a spring angle.
Well, the spring and the fall are actually the same.
That's true. So it'd just be
So
going from summer to fall, and then fall to winter,
Yes,
and
and
then
then
back to the fall/spring angle.
Yes, yeah,
So there's really only 3 angles, but 4 changes
yes.
would be the maximum we would do.
Yeah, but we'll see. All of this is all of our systems are hypothetical until they're actually in use.
Yes,
So,
it's like educated guess. It's not really a guess.
It's not a guess.
Educated planning, educated hypothetical.
yes. So
Sure, we'll go
I'm
with that.
actually really looking forward to seeing the system in practice because we're basically our own power grid. And so there's that a little bit of uncertainty and wondering if it will supply everything we need, as well as the kids' houses and be able to grow as their families grow. So yeah, I'm actually really excited about this trip. It'll be cool to
It'll be
see.
a huge accomplishment.
It will be, yeah.
And one step closer to being here full time.
Yep. Let's
All
go.
right, let's get to work. So today's project is we are building the structure that the solar panels are going to mount to. That structure is going to be about 4 feet wide by 17.5 feet long, and that will rest on our base that we built last year. That structure will also be hinged and have the ability to change angles as the seasons change. Push down and towards me. Okay. Boing. We built one of these wooden ladders so that when Corey and Lynn get here, they can duplicate it 5 more times. So we're going to mount the bottom hinges to these 4x4s using some lags and through bolts. We're going to drill 3/8 hole through the entire beam. So I'm using a regular drill bit for the first part of the hole, and then I switch to my longer drill bit. I start with the regular drill bit just because this has a little bit of flex to it and it tends to wander. So if I can get it started with a regular bit, this has a better chance of going in straight. All right, we got our holes drilled. Now we're going to put our bolts in. So we got our bracket up. So now our hinges are in place and it's ready for the structure to come be attached. So we will, when we bring the 17.5-foot structure up, it'll slide up. This board down here will be one of the lower cross pieces that's going to be pressure treat. That'll slide up against this 4x4, shoot a couple quick screws into the side, and then we'll through bolt it and it'll be ready for the winter angle. Good morning. So this morning, Amy and I are continuing to work on the solar array. So we've got more of these hinges to install that have the 4x4s attached to them. We have 5 more pairs to install on this bottom beam, and then we'll move up to the top beam and test Amy's sphere pipes.
Maybe I was blind, known you forever while I tried to find someone that could be my great love. Right in front of me, I didn't realize you were my dream. So you took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. I'm just curious, when did you know you had feelings for me? Maybe somehow we've always known that we have chemistry, but always chasing after someone else. So this took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah.
This is basically just our template to make sure these 4x4s are in the proper location and proper alignment. We wouldn't want them to be cockeyed or crooked or anything like that, so they're nice and square. So then our big 2x6 by 17 foot ladder will mount to these 2x6s. That will allow us to hinge the array for our winter angle, our spring angle, our summer angle, our fall angle, and then back to winter angle. We may not change it that often, but at least we'll have the opportunity and the availability to do so. This morning we're working on the solar array. We're going to be building the structures and installing the structures to hold each individual panel. Again, we're putting 30 panels up on this array, so it's going to be a large array, and every 6 panels will be able to move independently to change angles each time of year. With us though for this big project, we've got some friends back helping us. We've got Corey back again for another round of work, and his lovely wife Lynn, and we also brought back Grandma Judy. So Grandma Judy's gonna be doing all the heavy lifting.
0 is where the blade is. So see, you line this up here, and then you can see the zeros right there. All right.
When do you
Don't get your
turn it
fingers
on?
down there.
You turn it on when you're...
No. Okay, you're fine. Wait. You hurt the board.
How dare you
This
cut
is
it?
I'm kidding.
a
Go ahead.
17-year cut.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're fine. Just like that. There you go.
I don't want it to be that much of an angle though, right?
You're fine. Oh, man, you broke the screw. Kneeling. See, this is my evil plan.
Supervising.
If any of you are wrong, I'll be like, oh, that was a lens screw.
Even in my wildest dreams. Oh yeah. Even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah.
Twisting it in so that it closes this gap and keeps our measurements the same.
Ladies, look at you go.
So the 4 of us have gotten the 5 structures up on the array. We have 1 more left to do. We've got a good system. Let's get it up.
Stink bug.
We could lay that flat and go on a lot easier.
Wait, reach the ladder. There we go.
Oh yeah.
All 6 ladders are on the solar frame. And they've done a beautiful job today.
So after we've hoisted the structures up into place, Corey and I get them into alignment. We hold them together with a couple deck screws, and then we drill 3/8 holes, and we through bolt the 2x6 structure to the 4x4s that are on the hinges that are attached to the beams. We'll also put a timber screw in through the bottom just to lock everything in solid. Corey's going backwards.
I don't think I am.
Amy was doing it just fine.
That's backwards. All right. That's sunk. That sink is sunk.
That sink sunk.
Thank you, kind sir.
Thank you, kind sir.
You're welcome, kind sir.
Have all of our hinges cleaned up. We've ground off all the galvanizing on the hinge, ground off the galvanizing on the super strut, so we have a nice clean welding surface. And now we're going to weld our hinge up here onto the super strut. What this is going to be is this is going to be the top hinge for our solar kickstand post that we'll use to change the angle of our solar array in winter, spring, summer, and fall. All right, now I want to box in this channel to give it a little bit more strength here at this hinge point. They're not my prettiest welds, but whenever I weld galvanized, it always seems to make a mess. But we move on.
All right. Let's get caked on.
So now that we have the lower hinges on, we're going to put some upper hinges on that will change the angle of the kickstand that holds the solar panels at the proper angle at different times of year.
We can always stay a little longer. We don't have a plan. Just let me live a little longer than I really am. We've got nothing here to save us. Save us from ourselves. Let's live life like it's made up. Jump in the wishing well. We are wanderers, nothing can stop us. 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 We are wanderers, nothing can stop us.
Got the wrench still?
We are wanderers, nothing can stop us. We are wanderers, nothing can stop us. We are wanderers, nothing can stop us.
We are on our last structure installing the last 2 kickstands. They're raising the ladder for the solar panel up to the winter position. And then the guys are going to bolt it in place.
That's going to be...
Cow.
All right.
Really, Gary?
We'll get Corey's on.
What not to do?
Like, we're basically vertical right now, aren't we?
Yes, it's very high.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, number 6.
It is a gray, chilly morning, but there's no wind and no rain. Yesterday, the ladders were installed on the solar structure. As you can see, one of the ladders for the panels has been tilted upright.
Does your union know that you're up that high?
Definitely not.
Going underneath and backwards instead of over the top.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and give yourself, like, so have twice as much slack in your
It
hand.
will smack me in the face.
Lynn, stop. Hold twice as much slack in your hand.
Okay.
Just grab the hook.
Oh. Okay.
And just
Okay?
toss it over.
And just flip it over. There you go.
Good morning again. This is Judy reporting from 1,000 Generations Homestead. In less than 45 minutes, all 6 panels are raised in the upright position. And there's still no rain, and I think it's getting warmer.
So we got the arrays into almost a vertical angle. This is not the winter angle, but it is close. This will make it a lot easier to mount the solar panels to each part of the array. So each one of these boxes is going to get 5 solar panels on their side, stacked all the way up. Next thing we're going to do is mount the solar panels.